Hello guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the Three Hammers. It's Luke here. So last night a win for West Ham, a 1-0 win against Watford. It was a really frustrating and dull game. Listen, you won't want to be watching that one back anytime soon, especially not the whole match. Obviously the surprise of the night was that Zuma was in the starting lineup. I was as shocked as probably all of the West Ham community and all the pundits and everyone really was. Moyes' interview before the game, obviously he was asked about it and he said, I'm an animal lover, and did the video Change Your Mind, and he said, I had to make a footballing decision. I had to put my best team out there. I thought it was a bit wrong. I think that Zuma should have been at least suspended until the investigation had finished, whether, that's the police giving them a fine or RSPCA doing what they've got to do. Listen, take away my West Ham hat. It's fantastic that we won last night and, we keep ourselves in the top 4 race. But, there does have to be some sort of morals, and someone has to take a brave stand against, these footballers and just rich people in general, not footballers, just, these people in power and people in positions of privilege, that they can just carry on with it. Listen, I see West Ham's post-match reaction, West Ham Fan TV's post-match reaction. It's so true, like what Dan was saying and what Nicky was saying about, if we did that in our own job, if I was on Twitter, kicking my pet or, anything, thingy, and work picked up on that. Listen, I would get discipline and, bringing work into disrepute and, just not being the sort of person that you want to work with kids and stuff. Like, listen, it's not a good thing. They passed him the ball a lot as well in the early stages of the game. So, I think there was method in it a little bit to try and get the boos out. Both sets of fans were booing at both stages. As sort of wound off a bit while Zuma, was still getting booed by Watford. There was a point in the game where he went down injured and Watford was singing at him. Listen, he's got a lot to build back. He's got to build a hell of a lot of trust back and a lot of respect back with the fans. I know Paul is really angry about it. Paul absolutely love cats from the channel. But that's enough of that. Let's just go into the game. This is meant to be a review about the game, but I have to say what my thoughts were on that. It was nice to see Soufal back in, but I thought no one got hold of the ball in the first half. We just couldn't pass the ball. Even Declan Rice was giving the ball away quite a bit in the first half. Antonio, the ball wasn't sticking to him. I think we had about one chance in the first half of any merit, and they sort of had one as well. It's very easy to play against West Ham. You play 2 deep centre backs. You tell them not to cross the halfway line. To avoid the counter-attacking options. And I think teams have figured this out a little bit, and we need to. Well, not we. David Moyes needs to come up with a plan. A surprise sort of thing element to other teams when we play against them now, because it's becoming a bit obvious. That did look like a team that played 120 minutes. Very tired legs out there and, mentally fatigued. Yes, there was all the stuff surrounding Zuma probably playing around as well. Very weird atmosphere in the stadium as well, by all accounts. Second half was a bit better. I don't think we fully improved until Lanzini came on. To be honest with you, I was sort of drifting in and out of the match. Like, obviously, it was on my telly, but it was so boring. It's sort of like I sort of half lost interest in it a bit. When Lanzini come on, we know, and I'm so glad. My video the other day I did about him being injured was not true. He just showed his quality straight away. Loves possession of the ball. Players trust him in possession. Rice finally had someone he could pass the ball to, which was great to see. Him and Fornells get the best out of each other as well. 2 players that are very good technically on the ball, and that's what we want to see. That is what I want to see. Lanzini should start the next game, I think, at the weekend against Leicester. Benrahma's just been playing a little bit hot and cold. He had a few chances in that game, big chances as well. And he didn't put them in. So I think maybe Lanzini could be taking Benrahma's place on Saturday or Sunday, isn't it, against Leicester. Obviously the goal did come about the 63rd, I think, wasn't it? 63rd, 64th minute. Jared Bowen, he had huffed and puffed all game. He was doing some good skills on the wing, but just wasn't coming off for him. He did play that good ball into Benrahma actually in the first half. Again, like I said, the chance Benrahma missed, that was probably his best bit. But yeah, as he said in his his post-match interview, Bowen, you don't shoot, you don't score. And when you're in good form like he is at the moment, you know, those sort of things go in for you when you're in a bad run. Nothing will go in for you. You know, he had his shot, it deflected, it went in, and you know, I don't care. West Ham won. That's the most important thing. I thought Watford looked quite strong, you know, and organised for a lot of the game. I thought their left back was really, really good. Obviously, Jeremy and Kakia came on as well. You know, former Hammer, got a lovely round of booze when he came on. But yeah, listen, a win's a win. You know, Declan Rice said it a few weeks ago, didn't he? You know, teams, you know, that have aspirations of European football and top four, you know, find a way to win them games, and that was one. Thankfully, we did find a way to win. It wasn't pretty, wasn't good, but we won. We've got some tough games coming up though. You know, Leicester's such a hot and cold team. You know, I'm expecting a reaction from them. You know, after that absolute massacre against Nottingham Forest. I'm not sure whether they play tonight as well. I'm not sure whether they've got a midweek game as well. But yeah, that's going to be tough. That's going to be tough. It's always a funny one, Leicester. You know, either they absolutely do us or we absolutely do them. It's never usually a draw. Like, it's usually quite a high-scoring game. Obviously, results went for us as well yesterday. Burnley, Man United. But Man United, listen, if we can, you know, keep winning. Man United got a few little dodgy games. Their game in Andy's next week as well, I believe. Again, I cannot remember who they play, but their game in Andy's coming up. So, you know, it would be a fairer reflection of where we are with them. It's a shame, you know, that Arsenal and Tottenham's have got a few games on us. You know, but again, you've still got to win him. At the end of the day, we have the points on the board. We have that magical 40 now, you know, that West Ham Clips always goes on about, that safety number. You know, we can have a bit of fun now towards the end. So that fear of relegation is not there. It's a different type of pressure now. And I've got to say a big congratulations to Newcastle. What a win for them last night. They were fantastic. And obviously I hate Frank Lampard anyway, so I would love to see Frank Lampard take them down as well. What else was it? Yeah, so in terms of aspirations for me now to the end of the season, I think we should be aiming for, you know, Europa League again. Listen, we're in the top four at the minute. There's still loads and loads of games to play, and we've got teams behind us, you know, with games in hand. But I think, you know, if we aim for top four, yeah, and it fails, I do believe we'll get Europa League again. And I'll be absolutely buzzing with that. Two years in Europa League at the group stage as well. Yeah, it's progress. It's progress. Whether we lose Declan Rice or not, you know, we still have that carrot to dangle to other players in the continent. You know, players that, you know, have been looking at us. We can say, you know, yeah, we're, you know, consistent Europa League team. You know, we do have aspirations of getting top four, but it's, you know, you've got to come along for the project. It's going to be tougher next year, though. And I'm going right off on a tangent here, but it will be tougher next year. You know, if Newcastle stay up, I expect them to be up and around that top 8 as well. Teams will improve. Arsenal will improve. Tottenham will improve. You know, all these teams will improve, and you know, we may lose Declan Rice, but you know, it's just about, you know, keeping consistent, becoming a sort of consistent European team. It's great for the fans, it's great for the players. Yeah, and it's just about having them aspirations now and just trying our best to get over life. Listen, we could still get Champions League. We could win the Europa League. I don't think we will, but we could. We're still fighting in 2 fronts for that Champions League. Let's just hope we can do it. My man of the match was Jared Bowen, you know, just purely for the goal. I thought he huffed and puffed and got better. I thought Lanzini was such a great impact. Top player, finally a player, you know. About one of the only players off the bench that I would have trusted, you know. Thank God we didn't see, you know, the usual subs, you know. I don't want to see that. Yeah, on to Leicester, guys. Until next time, hit that like button. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about everything, you know, the Zuma situation. Obviously, all the stuff with the win and how well you think we can do now and what you think we've got to do. Until next time, guys, come on your wines, keep believing. Let's go.